everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to be talking about the 5 books that I want to read before the end of 2019. Now, while I'm filming this right now, I am in a massive slump. I haven't read a book or even picked up a book for the last 12 days. So I'm really struggling and I don't know if I'm going to finish these 5 books before the end of the year, because basically I have to do it in 5 weeks. So that's a book a week. I can definitely do it. Last month I know I read 11 books. So this month so far it's looking at I'm gonna read 2. So I really just want to pick these up. I'm really hyped for all of them. I've heard so many great things about all of them. And I just need to make myself pick up a book because I know that once I get into the world I'm going to love it. I just have to get there. And that's the hardest part for me. So the first book I'm going to talk about, this is in no particular order by the way, but the first one I'm going to talk about is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Last month I read Shadow and Bone and Siege and Storm. At the start of this month I finished Ruin and Rising. I did quite enjoy this series. I liked the magic system and things like that. I didn't love Alina as a main character, but I know that I don't think she's even in this book. I know this follows a separate set of characters and it's them going on a heist, and I think everyone has said it's very funny and humorous and they all love Kaz and they just love the gang. So I'm really excited to get into this, and then when I finish this I can pick up the sequel and then King of Scars. Like ideally that's how I want it to go, but in reality it's not going to happen like that. But I definitely do want to get to this one at least before the end of the year. So the next one I have is one that I think the 3rd book either comes out at the end of this year or early next year. I'm not entirely sure, but I tend to wait for series to be complete and all published before I start reading them because I hate having to wait for books. I've done it for the Nevermore Chronicles, Scythe series, what else have I done? The Coral Prince, all of them I've read before all 3 are out, and it just kills me to have to wait. So I do want to read Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. She's an Australian author, a Queensland author, and I've heard nothing but great things about this. This was getting a lot of buzz when it first came out. I heard a lot of people referring to it as similar to Harry Potter, but I think that's just because there's a magical school setting in this, and that's the only similarities they have. But I've heard a lot of people from my book club raving about this, saying that it's one of the best middle grade fantasy series that they've read. I'm really excited to get into this one. It's just a matter of me just picking it up and reading it, and I struggle so much with that, and I don't know why. There are months where I just don't want to put down a book, and then there are months where I don't want to pick up a book. I guess everyone has those little peaks and stuff, but I am definitely excited to get to this one, and it's a signed copy, which makes me really happy. So the next one I have is one I haven't heard many people talking about, to be honest, and that is The Last Messara by Kristen Ciccarelli. I know that the 3rd book just recently came out. I remember seeing it in one of the bookstores yesterday, and I was actually really excited because now that they're all out I can actually read all 3 of them, and that just warms my heart. So I can just read them all, smash them all out, binge the whole series, and just, yeah, I know I don't know much about this one, but I've heard that it has dragons in it, and I'm living for that life, so I really want to get to this one. I don't tend to like going into my fantasy novels knowing a lot about them, so a lot of the books I have on my shelves I don't know the synopsis very well. I just know brief descriptions, and that's enough to pique my interest and pick it up. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to give this one a go and see how I feel about it. The next one I have is one that is going to break up all of my fantasy, and that is Starcrossed by Minnie Dark. This is a contemporary adult novel. I don't read them very often, but this one, when I read the synopsis of it, really intrigued me. Basically it's about this girl who works in a magazine company, and she likes this guy who lives his life religiously through his horoscope. So she becomes, or she is the writer of the horoscope, or I don't know how it happens, but she starts writing the horoscopes, and she writes them in a way that will make him want to be with her and like want to date her and meet her and things like that, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but it sounds very problematic, and I feel like it's going to be really funny and interesting and a little bit cute. So I really love the cover of this one. If you can see, I'm not sure, there's like a little bit of glossy stars on the back, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really cute. So I think this one's going to be a quick fun read for me, so I can't wait to get to it. And then the last book I have is one that I have been putting off for a really long time. Again, I believe the last book just came out this year, and that is Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. So I hear people talking about this one and saying it's similar to Nevernight because they both go to an assassin's school. This one's run by nuns. It sounds so badass. I cannot wait to get to it. If it's anything like Nevernight and how well that one was done, this one's going to be absolutely amazing. And I've heard so many people raving about this and telling me to pick it up, and I'm just going to bite the bullet and hopefully finish it this year. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing that all of these books are quite large, and I'm not sure if I can get through them all, but I've got to have faith. I have a lot of time off over Christmas, and by a lot of time I mean 5 days, so I could probably just smash them out over Christmas break. So I'm really hopeful that I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna read all 5 of these. Oh, it makes me really nervous because now I've made this video. I have to abide by it. I have to finish these books before the end of the year, otherwise I'm gonna be trash, and I don't want to be that. I want to finish all of these books. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books and which one you think that I should pick up first. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!